Engrossed in shells of illusion, we often forget to be open to the realities beyond us. Without question, we are one with all things in the full-blown reality, but in life, we are seldom in that state. Our awareness is set on things that do not truly reside in the real, fabrications of understanding and circumstances of assumed intent. Reality has a funny way of fleshing out the in-between states of truth and untruth. It is here we stand, the witness of the predicament. Stay as the witness. A hawk flies beneath the extended branch of a tree, deftly maneuvering down and around, a bank across the roadway, onto the thick branch of a tree. What happened? The hawk flew. The tree obscured. The air resisted. The roadway and the yard presented a space in which the tree could grow such a sizable branch to be landed upon. All happened, but none happened. It's the implication of the mind that something was done, one that demands it must quantify what is being experienced in the first place. Even the words express opposition, its duality. Nothing done naturally is dual unless you attempt to rationalize it. Even as I witnessed the exact sequence of events, I thought of every such action and contemplated nature as Tao, used but never used up. So are we in that same notion. Without denying it, there is something rich within me that does not die. Although my physical body is so, it is something that I operate from within, the thin thread of consciousness and attention. That's rather scary to comprehend if you aren't the person. Like dissolution of the egoic self would mean the breakdown of all social relations. I think that's what scares me so much about such a revelatory experience, that my wife or family would believe I was not still the same person. It's terrifying to hurt anyone, so it's something wildly unnatural to consider. Usually, it's said that your own liberation helps liberate others through the remembrance of ourself. If I had to consider why exactly it was so horrifying, it reflects in the nature of the hurt I mention. I'm not afraid of shedding this personality or my material possessions. There's no pain inflicted on me by the loss of these things. I am not the way the things make me feel. But for someone who knows me as a personality, they're sadly mistaken. You may see me and make a lot of assumptions about who I am, my likes, my loves. Yet my likes and loves are but preferences easily droppable if they aren't accessible. Would you know this if I didn't say it? I imagine not. If they arise again, I would welcome them openly. The hurt caused by the dismissal of personality is not one I would feel. It's one that a socially oriented group would experience. If you only know someone as a personality, your expectation about who they are is fixed on that concept. Concepts aren't based in reality. They're based in a mental construct. Your mind is making this stuff up, and socially, you've been taught this throughout your life. Yet still, that's only one facet of their being. If you see this in yourself, that you are actually a multiplicity of roles, and much, much more, it changes how you see others. This is what I experienced when I came out as a soul to my mom. It's interesting when you peer into the relationship and realize that we are individuals in a shared experience. Pouring into the void was a common thread of love, and so too do we find that thread of love between all things. Who she is as a person has no tie to who she is in reality. It's just a form that you see. But to me, she's boundless. Katie is boundless, and many others who seek to share in the same constant stream of spatial awareness. Not all have, though they always have it available to them to be present. I say they, but I mean us. It's easy to keep yourself separate from an outside party nowadays. Phones, apartments, and buildings, and contactless communication keep us connected electronically, but desensitized emotionally. Unfamiliarity with those who are outside of your social circle is commonplace. It's almost weird to be approached by another person. Ultimately, being a stranger is a misunderstanding of the nature of being in each of us, and the medium from which we all spring forth is one. Not a seam emerges from the void, so how can you feel separate? It is the fabrication of being other than what is. Crack your shell.